Okay, so the California Attorney General is finally acknowledging civil rights issues in Santa Clara County. It's probably not what the people that typically watch this channel want it to be. It might be, but there's some very careful dancing around the words that happens. Let's talk about Santa Clara. Let's talk about CCW issuance. But I really do want to say thank you to everyone that supports this channel. I appreciate all the comments, likes, and subscribes. I've got videos that I've been trying to upload that YouTube has just been striking lately. Not like in a typical strike, it just is restricting who it's viewable by for no reason. So I'm dealing with some issues, but I appreciate everyone that is still here watching the videos that do get uploaded. Now, I'm going to be reading from my tablet here, just discussing the headline that came out from the Office of the Attorney General, Rob Bonta, in the state of California. Here's the title. Attorney General Bonta opens civil rights investigation into Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office. Now, those of you that have been watching this channel for a long time, you might know that there's a whole lot going on with the CCWs, the bribery schemes that have basically been happening, where if you were to ask any Santa Clara County Sheriff's officer, hey, how do I get a CCW? They would jokingly say, you need to donate about $5,000 to the Sheriff's Campaign Fund. We all know that it was a joke, but not an actual joke, because it's actually what people have been doing. So let's actually get into this article here. California Attorney General Rob Bonta today announced the launch of a civil rights investigation into the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office. The investigations will seek to determine whether SCCSO has engaged in a pattern of practice or unconstitutional conduct amidst deeply concerning allegations relating to conditions of confinement in its jail facilities, resistance to lawful oversight, and other misconduct. I'm going to let you all go ahead and right now guess. Do you think that other misconduct is what they mean by, or what they mean by that is the CCW issuance? I have a feeling that this is their careful way of dancing around the words. I have a feeling that that is not going to be what ultimately lands the Santa Clara County Sheriff in hot water. But we'll keep reading this article. Public safety is built on trust, said Attorney General Bonta. When communities feel that they are treated fairly and equitably by law enforcement, increases the trust, and that in turn contributes to increased public safety. I'm going to be honest, I don't necessarily feel that way, because I think ultimately when you start letting people out of jail that are being arrested for committing real crimes, I think that kind of just throws the idea of public safety into a cannon and then launches that into the stratosphere. But what do I know? However, it is clear that there is a lack of trust in Santa Clara County as a result of deeply concerning allegations around county jail facilities and other misconduct. These concerns have been repeatedly voiced by elected leaders, editorial boards, community members, and more. Bottom line, public institutions are subject to public oversight. That's why the California Department of Justice is launching a pattern or practice investigation into the Santa Clara County Sheriff's Office. We will be thorough and impartial on our efforts to ensure that civil rights of the people of Santa Clara County are respected. The Attorney General is authorized to conduct civil investigations into whether a law enforcement agency has engaged in a pattern or practice of violating state or federal law, as opposed to criminal investigations into an individual incident or incidents. A pattern or practice investigation typically works to identify and, as appropriate, compel the correction of systemic violations of the constitutional rights of the community at large by a law enforcement agency. With regards to the SCCSO, the Attorney General has made no determinations at this time about specific complaints or allegations or about the agency's policies and practices. I think that if you had any amount of respect for the ability for people to keep and bear arms, you would look at that and think that he's talking about, hey, the CCW issuance and the bribery schemes that have gone on, and the just clear statistics of incredibly wealthy people that have donated having a huge high success rate versus a typical person having an almost unmeasurable success rate with getting a CCW. I think you would look at that and see, oh, clearly that the civil and constitutional rights that they're talking about are about that. Personally, I think that it's got a lot to do with a wrongful death case that we've talked about before, that I believe that she is being indicted on. But I'm very hopeful that this turns into something. I'm hopeful that this gets more eyes on this situation. because I think that there are potentially a lot of sheriffs that are going to be running for re-election or running for election newly, and having a sheriff go down for something as blatant as a bribery scheme in order to be able to protect yourself lawfully, I think that that would be huge when it comes to what kind of shifts we have happen. If you look at the California good cause maps over the year, and what I mean by that is the state of California, there's like 50 counties, I believe it is. I'm not sure on the exact number, but every single county is graded on a scale of green to red. Green, dark green being that anyone that says, I would like to be able to defend myself, they write that down for their good cause in the state of California, and they get their CCW they can carry anywhere in the state and other states that recognize California. If you're in a red county, you would basically have to be a judge, a retired police officer, a celebrity, a congressperson. Those are the kind of people that get CCW permits in the red good cause counties. Kind of shitty, but if you look at how the trends have changed over the years, even just in the past few years, we have seen several counties become green that were once red. Specifically, if we talk about LA County. Sheriff Alex Villanueva, I got a lot of things that I don't like about that guy, but in the past year, with all the changes and the defunding movements that have been going on, they've seen how they have been unable to protect their citizens, and how even when they do manage to arrest someone, the powers that be just let them go and let them off the streets. Sheriff Alex Villanueva was a sheriff that said no CCWs, essentially, going to keep it status quo. And then out of nowhere, he started issuing. Now it's at a point where I am getting people almost weekly telling me that they live in LA County, one of the 10 million people that live in LA County, and that they were able to get a CCW. I understand shall not be infringed, but look, you and me, we might be at a point where we would say, yes, we will not comply with unconstitutional laws. Great. Not everyone is there yet. I think that this is very important to win these small battles and shift what is normal. And by winning these small battles, this is how we ultimately win larger battles down the road. I'm very hopeful that this could potentially lead to Sheriff Lori Smith being indicted and actually being thrown out. This would be awesome. I would love to no longer see her as sheriff. I would love to see the people of Santa Clara County be able to actually get a concealed carry weapons permit and lawfully carry a gun, or legally carry a gun. I'm not sure which one is the right way to say, but I would like for them to be able to legally get a permit to carry a gun and not have to get caught with it or get caught without it. You guys know the drill. Have fun, be safe, stay dangerous. Peace.